on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
They'll try the left side. Gibson. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
54
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Mariota. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run the counter. It's Gibson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brian Burns. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
You must have seen 6.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What ready? 50 seconds to Mike. Crunch time. Go. Go. He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slam.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some room to work. A gain there of 21 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Bridgewater. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Set. Hold on. 56. I'm here all day. Check it back. Check.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Right here.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
57's right. I got him.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a give right side. Gibson. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never questioning his mind about going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. On first down, it's Gibson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Play action now. Mariota. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They juked him, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
That one caught by Gibson. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then dropped just inside the 20. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Come on, set. Pittsburgh. 57 to Mike. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And able to connect with Berrios. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
You go tight. You go tight. You go tight. Check 31. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. Wheel. Check 52.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strip that ball.
SOS. Check 4.
He's coming.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Bandit. Tight guard. 57's Mike. I'm on. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. I'm coming.
Bridgewater now from the 50. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Here's McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a run with McCaffrey. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Check safety. Watch the safety creep. 66. Bullet. Shit.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
You remember me. Let's go, baby. Check. Crunch.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mariota. This is brought in by Gibson. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 99. Big dash. Go. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. So here are the Redskins now, an important 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Bridgewater to throw it. Found his target. It's Anderson. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready? 7's right. 57. Push him back. Boom. Watch twin.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Deuce.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
I'm coming after you. Watch the whip. Slam.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Check three. Kill.
McCaffrey will try to run it in, and he will not get there. He comes up short, and they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
That's right, baby. Check 43.
Mariota to throw, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The throw over the middle taken in. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
On first down, Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it all comes down to the left foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was